Hello, my name's Rob Auton. I'm a writer and performer of some of what I write. I'm collaborating with the Hackney Colliery Band on 2 tracks. One track is called Why Yellow and the other is called Climbing Up My Own Life. And the 2 pieces are the 2 climaxes to 2 different shows that I've done. And really loved the collaboration process. And now I'm back on my own. I'm doing a nationwide tour of my latest show about talking. I'm going to be doing it at Soho Theatre and up in Scotland and in Belfast and in the UK. And just love writing and performing and trying to say my piece, really. And it's fantastic to be part of a collaboration where some of my words have been put to some music. These are my first 2 books. This is the first one called In Heaven the Onions Make You Laugh. I wrote this book in 2012 and it's got drawings and writing in it, such as people really listen to their pillows. And then the 2 pieces the 2 collaboration pieces are in here. Why Yellow? Yellow because I don't want to live my life in the dark, and so on. And then this one that's at the end that has actually got, I don't know if you can see that, but it's got the chords on. E, F. Yeah. And I've got a 3rd book called Take Care. All these books are available on my website, robauton.co.uk, and they cost £10 each. And if you think £10 a lot, you can save up. I think I was first driven to write by the first thing that I ever realised I had any type of ability at was at school when I was painting and drawing, and I just loved making something out of nothing, really, and making something that existed in a world because I'd spent half an hour doing it and it didn't exist before that. And for me, creativity is all the same thing. It's just about getting something out of you. And I started drawing and painting, and then I wanted to speed up the process of getting my ideas down, and without painting a big field of half chopped down trees, I'd just say that and then try and go into as much detail as possible and just take people away. Basically, I want to take myself away and then take other people with me on a journey. So when I first started writing, I think the reason was probably the fact that the way the world is, and I mean, it's immensely beautiful, but also very painful as well. And I think a lot of it's to do with escapism, and or also trying to I'm trying to realise that I'm a human being, and one of the ways I'm doing that is through writing, and just trying to realise that I'm a person and I live on a planet where people write, and I want to be one of them. And I think it's a fantastic form of communication, like heavily considered words and boiling it down to be like, here you go, this is it here. And so at the moment I'm doing it through writing and performing. One day maybe I'll go back to painting, but at the moment the way that I'm like going like this, I'm going like get it and write down right here. Whereas other time it might be like there you go, do you know what I mean? I was a creative art director, and I thought that was a perfect job for a creative person, but it's actually a business. So I quickly started filling up notebooks full of ideas. I didn't really know whether it was poetry or what it was, but it was definitely just writing. And one day the creative director said to me, I'm doing a fireworks party, do you want to come and read some stuff out at my fireworks party? And I said yes, and then it went from there really. And I got the bug for performing, started to try and find any open mics I could. Went to the Poetry Cafe in Covent Garden, did 5 minutes open mic, and then someone said, you want to come and do my alternative comedy night, and I did that, and then I've been doing it full time since 2012. I didn't know where it was going to go really. I just wanted to get the stuff I had inside of me out onto something and try and capture it and record it and make it exist in the world. And so the first place it existed was in my notebooks, and then it existed on stage, and then put it into books. And what drew it to me was just me trying to think about the ideas that I had, and then seeing if other people liked them as much as I did and do. And sometimes people do like them as much as I do, and sometimes they don't. And you know, no one's ever going to like my work as much as I do. But I think that's a good place to be with it. As long as I like it and I'm enjoying it, then I'm going to keep wanting to make it and stand up and have a go. And what draws me to the written word is that's just the quickest I can get my ideas out at the moment. Like, I'd rather say a pint full of water than paint it at the moment. Anyway, I love drawing and painting, but I just want to get images in people's heads as quickly as I can. My influences, I would say, my main influence when I first started writing was Ivor Cutler. I saw him on BBC 4 live at the Bloomsbury Theatre, and was just kind of taken with his individuality and how he was just doing so many different things with words, but he was just saying them, but it was like, well, I didn't know how to take it. And I was like, am I supposed to laugh at this? Is it serious? Well, it seems quite serious to me. And then there was another bit where I thought, is it serious? And I was laughing, and then so it kind of just threw me all over the shop just with the words that it was putting together. I was actually really inspired by the Radiohead artist Stanley Donwood, who did a lot of, and still does a lot of short stories that are fantastic. I just love the way that he could, so filmic and kind of short and small and just like incisive, and he's like, wow, I love those. Spike Milligan, Tom Waits, Leonard Cohen, Bob Dylan was the first person really who I thought, wow, you can do anything with words, when I heard Highway 61. And some of the stuff on Bringing It All Back Home as well, I was like, wow, it's just kind of, I'd never seen anyone be that playful with language before. I think all my favourite musicians, well, all my favourite lyricists is very, I mean, it's poetry, isn't it? I mean, Leonard Cohen, reach into the sky just to surrender, and like, as hungry as an archway and things like that, where it's yeah, I love it. I just love it. It's just, and Tom Waits as well, like when he's talking about balancing a diamond on a blade of grass, you know, it's just stuff like that just really keeps me going. When it comes to collaboration, I think it's I just want to learn as much as I can and experience as much as I can. And yeah, this seemed like a good thing to do. My piece, called Why Yellow, was the climax to a show called The Yellow Show that I wrote. And The Yellow Show was all about the colour yellow. It lasted for an hour, and I did it at the Edinburgh Festival. And that piece was just me coming to terms with how I feel about the colour yellow, really. And with all my shows, I just want to try to explore and go off on one about individual subjects and explore things for myself. So when I was thinking about the colour yellow, I wanted to change how I wanted to go into it, explore it, like going into the jungle of it and explore around it and go like, oh right, this is how I feel and this is why I feel the way I do about that colour. And so that is what that piece is about. But I think at the heart of it, it's about hope and optimism. And as I say in the piece, looking on the bright side and not dying when I'm still alive. You know, I just want to live as much as I can while I'm alive. And that was kind of put on a peg of yellow, really. Climbing up my own life was and is a piece that was the climax to my Sky show all about the sky, and that is about me. The idea was I started to think about all the times that I've been on an incline, and whether it be ladders or steps or lifts, and I just thought, if I put all those together, how high could I get? Where would I be able to get to the moon on all those? Because I think if I added all those up together, they would go quite high. So that was what I was thinking of. And that is just about testing yourself and realising where I am and what I'm doing and where I want to go and where I've been. And it's about getting to the moon and then looking back at the earth and thinking about what's here. And that's all I want to do, really, is I want to look at things from a different point of view to where I am and try and put myself out of myself so I can look down on my situation and go, well, this is you now, Rob, so come on, you better keep going. Or if I'm in a bad situation, try and look at it from up on high and go, okay, well, you know, you might be able to see something that you might not be able to see when you're on the ground. You know what I mean? Both of them are just about, I hope that they are kind of forward facing and at the heart of them there's a positive message. I'd like to think so anyway.